Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DarkSTAH TV and week number 2 of the DarkSTAH Gears of War weeklies. It's fantastic to have you here with us. It's going to be a good evening. We've got 5 teams entered this week, which is one less than last week, so the pressure just mounted too much. And unfortunately, somebody's dropped out, but that's okay. We're here with 5 teams, and it's early days here on DarkSTAH TV for Gears of War 4. And we will be back next week, come hell or high water, that is for sure. My name is Crisis, and I'm joined by Mr. Clickety-Clack himself, Rogie. How you doing, Rogie?
Good, thanks, man. Sorry about that one.
That's all right. I put you on mute after it happened a little bit, which is the joy of having a mixer. So, all right, so let's have a very quick look at the bracket while we're getting everybody into lobbies and that sort of thing. So, I'll just scroll down in this bracket for you, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see our... Oh, hang on. Sorry. It looks like we only have 4, but we actually have 5. So there you go. I'll show you that view over there. Mind Freak, Capn and Disciples, Mikey Production Studios, Thunder from Down Under, and a new team, well, one of the 2 new teams. So Mikey Production Studios didn't participate last week. They're here for the first time this week. And Freak Show, of course, is a new entrant. Now, we are going to be playing Swiss brackets, and the way that the software works is until you actually have everybody appear in the bracket, it looks in the rankings as though they're not actually there. So... we got our first 2 matches are going to be Mind Freak versus Mikey Production Studio and Capn and Disciples versus Thunder from Down Under. And we're going to be featuring Capn and Disciples versus Thunder Down Under for you in this first match. Now, how are things going, Rogie, with getting ourselves into a lobby?
Well, right now, unfortunately, it looks like the Gears of War client's been a little bit buggy, trying to get it working out as fast as possible.
I tell you, this sort of thing does happen. We recently did a tournament. No, it's not just console. We recently did a tournament for a small game called Paladins. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. And goodness me, I mean, the game is in beta, and they're quite open about the fact that it is in beta. I think it's like beta version 44 at the moment. And well, we had some tech issues occasionally. Let's just put it that way. And that wasn't console.
That's the last thing you want, really, when you're doing tournament organizing, is you got everything working on your end, and then all of a sudden something's not working on the game's end. And there's really not a lot you can do about that, but just roll with the punches. And that's what we're trying to do right now. Giving the game the old restart to see if that kind of kicks it back into gear. And then I'll be able to get the lobby up and running. All
right, fantastic stuff. Now, I guess now's as good a time as any. We ran a promotion where we tweeted our first announcement about the DarkSTAH weeklies on our Twitter, and we encouraged people to follow us on our Twitter and to retweet the tweet. And a number of people did that. We said if they did do that, we would put them in a draw to win 12 months of Xbox Live. Now, I'm just going to preface this giveaway with the fact that I bought the 12-month Xbox Live card from Countdown here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Now, I assume that it will work no matter where you happen to be, but if the winner is an Australian and the code that I give them doesn't actually work, don't worry about it. We'll sort you out. And we'll give you an Australian-based code. And then some lucky Kiwi is going to end up with a 12-month Xbox Live. Might be me. I'll have to get an Xbox One to get it, though. So I'm just going to get that up on screen right now. Now, you haven't experienced this before, Rogie, I don't think. Oh, no, you did last week. We did the draw for the MVPs.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've got the same setup here. We've got our little thing of balls, our cage of balls, shall we say. And on screen right now, we've got the list of people who retweeted. And I've got to say, like, for $90 worth of, because that's how much it is, the Xbox Live for 12 months, only 14 people retweeted it. So the odds are pretty damn good for somebody to win this. Now, in this device that I have here, there are a lot more than 14 balls. So what I'll do is I will draw. If I draw a number that's above 14, I'll just keep drawing until I eventually get one. So in the meantime, how's your lobby going there, man?
Had to do a full console reset because even just restarting the game is not fixing it. So booting the old Xbox One back up now. If it fails again, I'll just switch to the PC version of it.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just do the first draw, rattle the balls around a little bit, and pull it out here. And the number is 36, so that's too high. So we'll just do another one. And that number's 51. Whoa, and what is that one? Oh, we have a winner. We have a winner. So I don't know if you can actually see it there. So I'll just remove these other balls. I love talking about balls. It's great. I'll spin it around until... There you go. It should be on screen now. Yeah, Rickon.
13.
There you go. 13 it is. And that's Powell B08. So Powell B08. We'll have to get on contact with him. He should be following us on Twitter. In fact, let's just see if he is following us on Twitter. Because if he isn't following us on Twitter... oh yeah, he is. Pistol Whip. There you go. He's following us on Twitter. So, and he is a Gears of War player. So,
thank God for that.
But hang on, he's in Irmo SC. Where's that? Southern California? South Carolina?
Someone just jumping on for the free Xbox Live, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can do that. Really, that's not a person that's in Oceania.
You know what they say when stuff like that happens? They demand the redraw.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick redraw while you do your lobby.
Yeah, it looks like
don't be distracted, mate. You've got to get your lobby going and everything.
Literally, the only thing slowing me down is the Xbox interface and load times, my friend.
All right, so I drew a 36, and I had to redraw from that, and the next one is a 12. And that is none other than Tyler Cat, and I know that is a Kiwi or an Aussie because
from Melbourne, I do believe.
There you go, from Melbourne. So congratulations, Tyler Cat. You are the winner, and let's just make sure that he is following. I'm pretty sure he's following us. Yeah,
he was in the Twitch chat the other night.
Yeah, fantastic.
There was Elbow on Discord as well.
So I'll send him a tweet and say thank you, and you'll send me an invite to the lobby, I assume.
Yep. Game's just loading up as we speak. Had to do a full console reset. It takes a minute or two. And if this just fails, I'm just going to switch to the PC version. Then we should be golden.
Now, I assume that the players don't have this particular problem at the moment.
No, it looks like theirs are working fine. I'm assuming it's just because I hadn't closed everything off. The Xbox goes into standby if you don't do a full reset on it. I've just left it off for a few days. So I'm assuming it needed like a swift kick up the arse to get itself going again.
Rightio, a swift kick up the behind. Now, while we're just waiting, we got to spin the bants, as the Kiwis here say. I don't know if you actually say that in Oceania, but I played a little bit of Gears of War this week.
Oh,
yeah, I've been doing the campaign, and during one of the levels of the campaign, I decided to try the controller out. And that lasted about 3 minutes. Back to mouse and keyboard.
All right, lobby is working. I'm inviting you now, Crisis.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us, we've just drawn the Xbox Live 12 months that went to Tyler Cat, and we're getting ourselves sorted for our first lobby, and that is going to be Capn, Deej and Disciples versus Thunder Down Under. Now, I hope that if anybody from Mind Freak and Mikey's Productions are listening, you can start your match. So long. So
playing on Impact as well, we'll be doing to start things off, I think.
All right, Impact is the map.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I love a bit of Impact. Definitely one of the more versatile maps. You've got a lot going on at multiple points on the map. And it has so many little avenues of flank potential that just allows you to get in behind your enemy, no matter how locked down it would seem that they are. You got your invite yet, Crisis?
Oh, perhaps I have.
Yeah, I've been spamming you, mate.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, it doesn't make a pinging sound, so I don't hear it. Should it make a pinging sound?
It depends on if you have like your Xbox set to busy or anything like that. Your client.
Oh,
rather.
that's right. Yeah, maybe that goes on by default.
Well, you should just be able to see it in your like recent messages.
Yeah. I've accepted it. It's processing invite, and there you go. I'm in now, and I appear to have been put into spectator mode automatically. So that's fantastic. Loving it. Loving it. All right. So.
All right. It looks like once you're in here, we should be good to go.
Well, it says that I'm in, so.
Yep, you're in.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm in the lobby and I'm looking at things. Lancer, Nasher, and Snub Pistol. It's escalation and it's set to impact.
Beautiful. That's what you want. Just getting a ready check from both these guys. And then we'll be good to start it off. Now look, you got Capn, Deej, and the Disciples. Whew. Last week we saw them put on a clinic until, of course, they went up against Mindfreak for the second time when they got put in the ground. That seems to be the general consensus when you're versing Mindfreak. If you beat them once, it's usually by luck. And they'll come back out swinging even stronger than ever. And we saw Capn, Deej, and Disciples, unfortunately, be the ones to cop that first hand. So we're just waiting on one player to get back, and then we'll be ready to go. Everyone else is in the lobby and ready.
All right, so we're still waiting for a ready up.
Yeah,
12 minutes. They had 12 minutes to get themselves ready. Well, to be fair, they didn't really because we were waiting for.
Yeah, my console was being a little bit buggy, but it's all working now, so should be fine for the rest of the night, and we'll be able to get everything on time and ready to go. Now, once again, Impact has a few interesting parts to it. You've got the first sides of the hills being very hard to contest, considering that they're very behind lots of cover. Oh, wait, I just got completely kicked from the game. What the hell? All right, screw this. I'm turning off the console. I'm going onto computer.
Goodness me. So this
is a bad night for me, my friend.
Never mind. So thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just sort out the tech issues. Does that mean we've all got to leave the lobby?
By the look of it.
All right. So I will leave the lobby now.
You don't have... No. The lobby will go to whoever else. We'll go to someone else and they'll be able to...
Oh, well, I already did. They're going to have to send me an invite.
No worries.
I jumped the gun. That's all
right.
Capn and Deej, send me an invite.
Booting up the PC version of it now. That should be fine. The Xbox is just... Lately, it's been a real piece of hardware, let me tell you about that. Oh, I'm loving the overlay, Crisis, I must say.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Oh, I've got to turn it off because it's not on screen anymore. What's happening? Let's see. I accepted the other invite that you sent. Maybe it'll put me into the same lobby. Whoa, it did too. That's fascinating. That's amazing. I don't know how that happens.
Right there.
What you should do though is you should actually watch the overlay come on. Because that's like...
I've got the stream open on my second monitor.
It's pretty damn funky, man. I'm really proud of it. So... And it's got all the colors, and it's got the players' names, and all sorts of things going on. Yeah, I tell you what. Now, the next thing that I want to add is a little flame thing. So, like, when one team's on fire, we can have a little visual indicator on their name that shows that they're on fire.
That's what you want.
Yeah, because...
Give it a little bit of hype to the broadcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Like, people might join, and they're going, like, who's winning, who's losing? Oh, I've actually got a scoreboard set up as well, so I could actually put that on as well. So... At the moment, there's no score, but we can actually track the scores tonight. So that's going to be fun and interesting, and we'll see whether people actually enjoy having that sort of information coming to them on the stream. So they don't have to wait until the round ends to know who's in the lead and who isn't.
Yeah.
This is the idea.
Joining in now, and I think we may finally have gotten our, calamities behind us. We're in to go. They're starting it up immediately. I like that. No more messing around. We got a game to play, Crisis.
No hesitation at all. It's Capn, Deej, and Disciples going up against the Thunder from down under. And an appeal. Not quite like the Christmas appeal, but an appeal nevertheless to teams to start to think of shorter names. Because even though I've got like loads and loads of space here in the overlay, I don't really have enough space to fill in Thunder from Down Under.
I think you've done a good job regardless, my friend. I think you've managed to just get it in.
And it's all nice and clear. Well, I left out the from. You see, I had to leave that out.
Sacrifices must be made.
Exactly. Compromises reached in order to. Now, are those Australian flags? And then Fred from Subway has got, is that a French flag?
I'm not maybe Russian.
Oh, is that Russian? Because I know Perfidy is French, right?
I wouldn't know, I'm afraid.
Tweets in French anyway, and says... well, anyway. All right, and we're off onto Impact, and it's Capn, Deej, and Disciples on the human side with Thunder Down Under on Swarm.
I'm going to be jumping on board with your boy Fred from Subway. Last time he played, struggled to get himself a few kills on the board, but really a great player in his own remark. Going up against Deej at the cockpit end of Impact. He's going to have to back off though. Pulling out the pistol, you can see both teams going to be capping their home as is customary when starting off around here. Firestar in a 2 versus 1 has to be careful, but Deej accidentally getting the team kill and Firestar winning the 1v1. That's going to be embarrassing. Oh, team kill really slowing down the pace that they're playing at. Yo English gets the kill onto Solid Mantello's Firestar. Takes out Gnarly Tie. So you can see a few new faces on the field here. Great to see. Fred from Subway going to be doing a great rotation. Going to try and take out Bondi in the 1 versus 1. Don't know if he has the potential to, but he does with a huge pull-off shot. Makes Bondi pay for even thinking about challenging your boy, Fred from Subway. He's on a bit of a streak at the moment. He's picked himself up a kill and a bunch of assists. In the middle, going up against Yo English, a full rush, but gets hit down a full red force to back off Yo English. Not in a position to capitalize on the damage he dealt. All the triple caps coming through. They need to get the break on B, and they do get it in time. Bondi able to retake C though as well. Gearlet 1v1 against Gnarly Tie finishes him off. You can see Fred in the middle of the map as well, getting a great down onto DJ Agility, like cleans up that one. Gonna try and get the lance across where necessary. Bondi just hanging out in the tail, and he's doing a great job of holding off the home hill at the moment. Dubbin in a 1 versus 1, but Fred from Subway with a great cross lancer. Really going to put Dubbin in the stranglehold, but nope. You can't keep the beast down. Dubbin with an absolutely dirty up A takes him out. And now it looks like the Cogs team will be getting full control of the map as they get back on the B hill. That's 2 kills down. They should be able to pick up a third any second now. They might be going for a tri-cap right here, right now. Dubbin going to be going for Fred from Subway. A's him, puts him in the ground. That was beautiful. Gets the smoke onto Lady Luck. Going to have trouble getting in the hill. And this looks like it will be a trip cap coming out of Capn, Deej, and the Disciples after a little bit of a rough start to the round. They were able to capitalize on their pressure from a few kills. Much better than Thunder from Down Under did on theirs.
And so the first team to get a point on the board, Capn, Deej, and Disciples. We're playing to first to 7. It's a best of 1, of course. So we're playing 4 rounds of Swiss format, best of 1 each time. But of course, we count all of the points that get scored, and those contribute towards the leaderboard. Might be a little bit of confusion going on with the leaderboard because we've had a couple of subs tonight, and I haven't really kept track of the rosters as accurately as I could have, but no mind. It's all pretty casual at the moment, and everybody's having fun.
Right, Joan on ball with Bondi at the moment. He's rocking the very disgusting naked man skin. Going to be moving through. Got it once again. The trippy as heck Lancer and Nasher combo, as well as the pistol to complete the collection. He's doing work for his team at the moment. We saw him controlling the home hill, but this time with frag grenades on the field, he needs to take a much more proactive position on the map. Gets a great 1v onto Gearlet. Frags being picked up from Yo English, but this is Bondi's opportunity to shine. He's going for a very smart overextend push onto the enemy's home, which also allows him to get the cross lancer onto an enemy in his hill. 1 versus 1 from Fred from Subway. Absolutely embarrasses him, puts him in the ground. Like maybe another trip cap coming through from Capn, Deej, and the Disciples. Deej himself gets 1. Bondi is going to get the second any second now. He just needs to use a little bit of accuracy there. Gets the kill onto Gearlet once again. The trip cap is going to be threatened here from Capn, Deej, and the Disciples. You can see Bondi positioning himself quite well, but Lady Luck with a little bit of backup takes him out. Great frag from Yo English. That's going to open him up with the opportunity to get the trip cap for his team again, but decides against it. Waiting from the cross lancer, perfectly timed, forces Fred from Subway out, and Fred from Subway, he has to go for the contest on the 3 cap, or else he goes down, but in the end it didn't matter, as they went down regardless. Capn, Deej and the Disciples showing a lot of restraint and a lot of control over the map.
So shout out to Frederick1469, who I think is Fred from Subway in game, and he reckons in Twitch chat if they take on Mind Freak, which you will, Fred, don't worry, and he gets 2 kills, he should get MVP. So we'll hold him to that, and if he can get 2 kills or more against Mind Freak, we'll award him
Gets
with
the MVP.
Yeah.
Remember last time he was the one dropping 1 bombs. Last time they versus MF, so if he's able to do that, that's all good. That's all good with me. Looks like they have put down the incendiary grenades here, so we will be seeing the double frag combo. I want to jump on board with Yo English though, because right now he's yet to die, sitting on 6 kills as well. Really putting in work. The Capn, Deej and the Disciples. Yo English, player that's been around for quite some time, but never really left his mark on Gears competitive. So I'm interested to see what he can offer to a team, as I'm sure a potential free agent after this, as I think he's filling in for this squad. Not sure if he's going to be a permanent addition. So really want to focus on what a team could look for in picking up Yo English. You can see goes for the meat shield. That's a smart play there. You never want to just take away an asset to yourself. Picks up the frag grenades, using the power weapons well, keeping them in control of his team, and going straight for that A hill now. With frags, he's going to have the easiest time defending. All he has to do is throw one at pretty much every avenue of approach there. Takes that Fred from Subway, bottlenecks him to go for the break. And Yo English playing really, really well here. I'm really impressed.
Goodness me, quick as you can, the third domination goes the way of COG, and they're up 3-0 now. Thunder from Down Under. Look, let's just point out that the top seeds each got matched against the bottom seeds in the first round of Swiss. That's basically the way that it works. So seed 1 went up against seed 3, seed 2 went up against seed 4. So not quite the bottom. We've still got one under the freak show at seed number 5, but it's a tough task to win this first game if you're not number 1 or 2 in the league.
Well, without a doubt. You got to remember, this Capn, Deej and the Disciples squad, they're the squad that took out Mind Freak last week. Despite it only being once, that's still a feat to be respected. I'm jumping on board with Gillette this time around, leading the kills for her team, rocking that really cool new Scion skin. A lot of great skins in this game. Gillette wasn't able to get the Lancer down on the frag player, allowed them to get away back to safety here. Hanging back, getting across onto Bondi, not connecting too many of the shots. Might have to work on that Lancer accuracy, maybe turn the sensitivity a little bit higher or a little bit lower until you find the sweet spot, but looks like a push needs to be made onto Yo English. They know that B is completely in enemy control right now, and they're trying to go for that flank. It looks like they have to go for it. They've been caught in the Lancer cross from Bondi, and unfortunately Gillette just gets taken out, and I think another trip cap could be coming through with jumping aboard DJ Atcher. Yep, he's in the enemy team's home hill, and Fred from Subway and Firestar just can't get there quick enough. Really feeling the punishment this round.
Quick 4-0 that's come through, and if Mind Freak and Mikey Productions have finished their match, which they might well have since they didn't have to wait for the tech issues to get sorted out, don't forget you've got to jump onto GameStar.challenge.com and fill in your scores. Fill in both the winner and the loser score and select who won so that the bracket updates.
That's exactly right. We can get another chance to see what Solid Mantella weapon will be putting down. Now remember, Solid Mantella unfortunately yet to pick up a kill in this game. Really struggling to find his feet at the moment. I want to jump on board with Solid Mantella to see what's going wrong, because it's always unfair to judge a player based on their score if not knowing the situation. So I want to see what position they're placing him in so he can get a better understanding of what's going on. Looks like he will be going to that home hill along with Gillette. Remember, they put down the drop shot at B, so you've got to make sure to control it. Solid Mantella will just be holding A, but there's a bigger fight going on, so I'm jumping aboard with Capn Deej at the moment. He's got that first kill onto Fred from Subway. Flame grenades coming through. Frags as well, it seems. that the Disciples pretty much have every single tool available to them. Gnarly T has to hold off Lady Luck, gets it without too much trouble. That's going to allow control of not only the B kill, but also the drop shot. A very potent power weapon in the right hands here, and I think we're just going to be seeing another triple cap coming through right now. And there you have it, Capn, Deej, and the Disciples. They're not looking they're going to be giving up any rounds.
5-0 right now, and not looking like they're going to slow down at all. Just 2 more to go, and their first round will be finished and done and dusted. I guess they'll be pleased. They'll be treating this, I guess, as a warm-up, because they know that their big match tonight is when they go up against Mindfreak.
Yeah, that's the important one right there. Yo English still yet to die. I want to end the half on Yo English this round. He's been playing phenomenally, being able to get not only the power weapons in a highly contested area, but also without dying. You really have to respect that. So, jumping on board with Yo English. Funnily enough, not rocking the English flag, just the Valentine's Day Talkbow one. Moving up. Who's he going with? Bondi by the look of it. Are you going to be playing the home hill, or will it be Bondi? Yo English actually playing the home hill, so I'm really surprised. 11 kills, 0 deaths, all just from the home hill. I want to see where he goes after capturing it. DJ, it's going to get the first kill of the game onto gear. Let Yo English 1 versus 1 right now, rolls back, but that's a bit of a blunder. Lucky for him, Fred from Subway wasn't able to finish him off, and look like that. Great rotation back onto their home hill here. Double pistol coming through. Freddy's going to have to go huge. He can't find the shot. Gets it in the end. Yo English ruining his perfect streak. Fred from Subway, great stuff. But now he's in a 1v1 versus Bondi. Bondi, man, really dirty stuff. Just completely outplays him. Ali Tai hanging back. Haven't had a chance to jump on board Gnarly Tide this time around, being the backbone for his squad, getting the revive, rocking those 6 Ember skins at the moment. Dubbin got himself the Ember rifle. Speaking of Ember, he's going to be making his way on in. Very slow round coming out to Capn, Deej, and the Disciples, considering how quickly they've been able to 3-cap a few here. Gnarly, he's got to be careful. He owns the Lancer out, but no Lady Luck, unfortunately, getting the kill onto Gearlet. Luckily, she makes it up by getting a kill onto Gnarly Tai before eventuating in her own death to Dubbin up. He's got the Ember rifle, and looks like this round could be over. Solid Mantella, don't think she's going to get through. Not a headshot, but still a connect as DJ Atcher finishes her off. And Fred from Subway on that B hill, hanging back, and Dubbin finally hits 1 shot with the Ember, so that thing has 9 bullets in it. Hits 1, this is the end of the world. Can he get 1 through the smoke? That would be high. Not going to find it, but that's going to be the first half. 6 rounds to 0. This is looking grim from Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah, looking very, very tough. Now, I see in Twitch chat again that Hectic is saying you might be able to stream our game after this. They're still waiting for Yippee. Now, no. we can't stream both matches from around. We'll be here until 3 a.m. New Zealand time. So if the match hasn't already started, it should be forfeited. By the team that hasn't shown up.
Unfortunately, time constraints are a real issue, guys, and something we're not going to be taking lightly anymore, considering we had a lot of exceptions on week 1 and hoped we would let this slide. Not hope we'd let it slide. We're not going to let it slide after week 1 due to that was the first week of the competition. Wanted to make sure everyone was accustomed to it, but this time we're going to start cracking down and being a little bit more serious here. As like Crisis said, don't want to be here all night, but I tell you who is here all night. It's going to be Dubbin. He's absolutely dominating right now, and I have no doubt that he's going to be playing on fire. Finds a kill onto Gearlet as well off the back of his teammates' help, and wow, they are able to get a trip cap on the first side of the half. That's huge. Dubbin gets the second kill, getting it the third. He does a huge on-screen triple for Dubbin up. What an absolute beaster to end the round.
Yeah, fantastic play. So in the end there, a 7-0, nice and quick for Deej and Disciples. Thunder Down Under will be smarting after that round. But that's okay. We'll be entering the scores in just a moment, see where things are at with Mindfreak versus Mikey Production, and bring round number 2. But before we do that, we got to do ourselves a Plantronics MVP.
That's it, right? For that game, now that's you got to give it to Yo English that time. Being able to survive by himself for so long, whilst also contesting the power weapons and getting nearly the most kills. Jesus, man. Like, I have to give it to Yo English.
All right, happy for it to go to Yo English, especially since the only time that he died was when he was on stream after we were talking about how he's never dying.
I know. It's
so it's effectively the caster's curse that we put on him.
It is my fault. I'll take responsibility.
Yeah, there you go.
For that death, Yo English. That one's on me, bud.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a moment as we set up for round number 2 of the Gears of War, the DarkSTAH Gears of War weeklies. Week number 2's qualifiers, so don't go away.